It is said that two men, one generous and the other stingy, set out together on a long journey. They walked for days and nights until they reached the outskirts of a great city surrounded by a dense forest. At the entrance of the forest, the generous man said, "Let us rest here for the night, and tomorrow we shall enter the city." They sat under a tall, shady tree. The generous man brought out his food and said, "Tonight we will eat from what I have, and tomorrow we will eat from what you carry." The stingy man agreed with his tongue, but in his heart he thought, "If I give him my food tomorrow, I will have nothing left for myself." When night came, the stingy man secretly ate his food, leaving his companion hungry. The generous man grew angry and said, "I have no need for the company of a man who will not share even a bite with me." So he left him and went on alone. The generous man walked until he found an old abandoned house on the edge of the forest. He entered to rest, but soon he heard heavy footsteps and frightening voices. He hid behind a cracked wall. Suddenly the door opened, and in came a mighty lion, followed by a tiger, a leopard, a hyena, a fox, and a wolf. They sat in a circle, and the lion took the lead, saying, "Welcome to our secret council. Let each one tell his tale." The tiger spoke. "In my land, there is a small mouse who comes out every morning with a strange little chest that overflows with gold, and he returns with it at sunset." The leopard said, "In my land, there is a just king whose daughter is ill. No doctor can cure her, and he has promised to give her in marriage to whoever finds the cure. Her cure lies in the egg of a hen owned by a poor farmer." The hyena said, "I know of a tall tree that touches the clouds, but it bears no fruit because a great treasure is buried beneath its roots." The fox said, "People have tightened their grip on us, blocking our ways to chickens. Now we are on the brink of starvation." And the wolf said, "In my lands, hunters have grown cruel and greedy, and we have suffered greatly at their hands." The generous man listened in fear until dawn, when the beasts dispersed. Then he said to himself, "God has sent me great fortune." He went to the mouse's burrow and took the chest full of gold. Then he went to the farmer's house, bought the hen, and waited until it laid an egg. He took the egg and went to the king's palace. Standing before the king, he said, "My lord, I hold in my hand the cure for your daughter by God's will." The king replied, "If you speak the truth, my daughter shall be your wife. But if you lie, your reward will be death." The man entered the princess's chamber, prayed to God, and rubbed her body with the liquid from the egg several times. Within moments, she opened her eyes and stood up healed. The king rejoiced greatly, married his daughter to him, and showered him with treasures. Later, he unearthed the treasure beneath the tree and gave the man a great share of it. The generous man gave much in charity and became one of the most respected men in the land. But when the stingy man heard the news, envy consumed him. He said, "I shall do the same and become rich as well." So he went to the same place, waiting for the beasts to gather. But they smelled his scent and said, "There is a man hiding here." They searched until they found him, then attacked him and beat him severely until he fled, dragging his wounds. Thus, the end of stinginess and greed was ruin and disgrace, while the generous man lived in prosperity, happiness, and peace.